What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool transfer news video, and today's topic is the latest news on the Kylian Mbappe transfer saga, because coming out from reports in Spain, it is revealed that even though many news outlets have reported that Mbappe has agreed a free transfer to Real Madrid, those reports are wide of the mark. According to the independent newspaper, Real Madrid are reportedly yet to meet the wage demands of Kylian Mbappe, even though they have been pursuing him for many years. But Liverpool and Arsenal have been interested in Mbappe, and especially Liverpool. It looks like Mbappe's transfer to Real Madrid hits a stumbling block. According to the independent newspaper, Mbappe appears to have decided to move on from Paris Saint-Germain, so he made the decision already that he is leaving Paris Saint-Germain, and now it's up to Real Madrid or Liverpool to give him what he wants, to basically match his wage demands. But I think if Real Madrid are struggling to meet the wage demands of Mbappe, that could present an opportunity to Liverpool to swoop in. But first, I think we need to sort out the manager, the sporting director, and also the futures of Salah, Van Dijk, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Matip and Thiago. Because if we sell Salah and we let Thiago and Matip go on a free transfer, we could, in theory, offer Mbappe the wages that he's looking for, which would be, of course, probably double of what Salah is earning, maybe even triple of what Salah is earning. And the Independent is reporting that Real Madrid are still negotiating a contract with Kylian Mbappe, and the two sides are no closer to an agreement on his wage package. So Liverpool could swoop in and basically offer Mbappe the wages that he is looking for, but I'm not sure if Liverpool are willing to do that, and I'm not sure if our wage structure would break or not. But what a big boost it would be for the new manager. Imagine if the new manager is coming in at Liverpool and the first signing he is announcing is Kylian Mbappe is going to be a Liverpool player. Of course, I'm dreaming here, but I'm a Liverpool fan. We are allowed to dream. And of course, the independent newspaper is reporting that it is now expected, even at PSG, that Mbappe will go to probably Real Madrid, but an agreement remains some way off, according to the Independent. And of course, Paris Saint-Germain still have an offer on the table for Mbappe, but it is understood not to be a significant increase on his current deal. Of course, PSG want him to stay, but they don't really want to give him any more wages. He's already earning a ridiculous amount at Paris Saint-Germain. They don't want to be held to ransom because PSG want to go in a new strategic decision. I think it was clear that this Galactico model that they tried at Paris Saint-Germain spectacularly failed. They signed Neymar, Mbappe and Messi. They were on absolutely crazy wages. They wanted to go all out and try to win the Champions League, and they failed spectacularly. They didn't even get anywhere near winning the Champions League. They didn't even get to the quarterfinals or the semifinals, I think. And the Independent is reporting that the widespread feeling is that Mbappe himself has decided it's time to move on from Paris Saint-Germain, and Real Madrid's offer so far hasn't been to the satisfaction of Mbappe or his family. If he is looking to get even more money from Real Madrid, then I will be honest, as a Liverpool fan, I don't want Mbappe at my club, because even though he is a world-class player, he's probably the best footballer on the planet, at Liverpool we have a way of structuring our club, and Mbappe would be well outside of that. Is he worth breaking your wage structure for? I'm not sure. I don't think so. He's a very egotistical player. He makes the whole club about himself, and at Liverpool it's not like that. Everybody should work for towards the common cause, and there shouldn't be a player above everybody else. Even though we have Salah, Alisson, Van Dijk, absolute superstars in our team, even Salah feels like one of the squad and not like our number one MVP kind of player. And I think this is key. The Independent newspaper is reporting that potential switches to Liverpool or Real Madrid have been explored by Mbappe, but neither club wants to break their wage structure to go for Mbappe. And I think it's clear, Arsenal and Liverpool probably are not the kind of clubs who would offer just anything to Mbappe in order to get him. Real Madrid themselves have recalibrated their entire approach over the last like 5 years, aiming to develop young players from lower contracts and giving them pay rises as they develop. They signed Rodrigo, Vinicius Junior, Bellingham, Tchouaméni, Camavinga, and the list goes on. So a lot of young players who were initially on lower contracts, maybe apart from Bellingham, who got a big contract, but he was already a superstar when he signed for Real Madrid. But all the others were young players, big talents, but they weren't Galacticos, they weren't superstars. Bellingham is the only signing, I think, in the Real Madrid team who joined Real Madrid as a Galactico, as a superstar. But of course Mbappe would be totally different. But I think Real Madrid have been obsessed with Mbappe for many years, and Mbappe was a Real Madrid fan growing up and a Cristiano Ronaldo fan growing up, and also his other idol was Zinedine Zidane, who of course played for Real Madrid when Mbappe was a kid probably. And also this strategy by Real Madrid was partly because for a long period the wage bill was purposely kept low to have room to afford Mbappe's big wages. But then when in 2022 Mbappe waited until May and he flirted with Real Madrid all year long in 2022, and then he decided to stay at Paris Saint-Germain. A lot of Real Madrid fans were burning Mbappe shirts, and they were cursing Mbappe, and also it was greatly disappointing for the Real Madrid president, Florentino Perez. But I think that's water under the bridge, because Real Madrid just wants to sign the best players still. They are that club, they have that culture. So I think they will give what Mbappe wants, probably, or close to that. Liverpool and Real Madrid have both enjoyed very careful squad planning, and the fruits of that, the results of that was that we developed, both Arsenal and Liverpool developed brilliant young players. We gave them smaller contracts at the beginning, and we are bumping their contracts up, just like we talked about. And I think Liverpool wouldn't want to have Mbappe on like 3 times as much wages as our second highest earner, who will be probably Salah or Virgil van Dijk next season as well. But at the moment it looks like Mbappe's 2 choices is either accept Real Madrid's offer, and I mean it's maybe a little bit lower than what he's earning at Paris Saint-Germain right now, but he will always have enough money no matter where he goes, no matter what he does. So I think he should look at the sporting project and not just the numbers on the check that Real Madrid are writing him, because if he stays at Paris Saint-Germain for many more years, his legacy will be not as good as if he goes to Real Madrid. I'm firmly a believer of that. So in this video we will talk about Kylian Mbappe and the latest news around the transfer saga, and also we will give you guys injury updates around the Liverpool squad and what the Hungarian media reported about Dominik Szoboszlai, and also what his true injury diagnosis is. So if you enjoy these videos, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new around here, so you never miss the latest updates around Liverpool FC. So one of the Hungarian news outlets, Index, has reported that Szoboszlai will miss 3 or 4 weeks, but another Hungarian journalist, Bence Bocsák, who is very well informed around everything Hungarian football and especially around Dominik Szoboszlai and English football, he said, according to my understanding, Dominik Szoboszlai's injury is not as bad as reported in Hungarian media. The club will be careful with his recovery, but he won't be out for 3 or 4 weeks. Maybe he misses 1 or 2 games, and considering we have 2 games in the next week and a half or 2 weeks, so we have a game this weekend, so there is a 1 week break between the Arsenal and Burnley game, and then we have another game 1 week after that, or almost 1 week after that. So Szoboszlai could be back for the Brentford-Liverpool game. Sadly, Man City won 3-1, even though Brentford were leading 1-0. Phil Foden scored a hat-trick, and as expected, Man City could be top of the Premier League before Liverpool play again, which is really painful, but that was the cost of the Arsenal defeat. And Liverpool have 4 Premier League games until we play Man City, not 3 as I said in the previous video, so I'm sorry about that. But Liverpool will play Burnley on Saturday, and then 1 week after that we play Brentford. Szoboszlai Soboslai should be back, hopefully for the Brentford game, and Thiago is ramping up his training. Also, Wataruendo is going back to Liverpool from international duty because Japan lost to Iran, I think, with a last-minute penalty. Japan got knocked out from the Asia Cup. So, Wataruendo is set to provide a timely boost to the Liverpool squad by reporting back to Liverpool from international duty. That's what David Lynch is reporting. So that's good that Wataruendo will be fit and available for the Liverpool-Burnley game. And Liverpool absolutely have to win their next 4 league games. So Burnley at home, Brentford away, Luton at home and Nottingham Forest away. These are teams either struggling to fight off relegation. All of them are either in the relegation zone or just above the relegation zone. So if Liverpool want to win the title, we have to win all 4 of them. And then we have to beat Manchester City. That's the task ahead of Liverpool. But now that Trent is back from injury, Robertson is back from injury, probably in this run in February, Tsimikas will be back as well. Liverpool could have an almost fully fit squad apart from Joel Matip, who is a long-term injury, and also Bajcetic is hopefully coming back into training. But Liverpool absolutely have to win these games because Man City will probably win their games before they play Liverpool. So after this Brentford game, Man City play Everton at home, Chelsea at home, Brentford at home. So they have 3 home games in a row in the Premier League, and they go to Bournemouth at the end of February before playing Liverpool. And I think the toughest game, of course, probably is Bournemouth away, actually. Because Man City, Chelsea, I don't expect Chelsea to put up any fight. They are absolutely dreadful this season, especially in the last few games. I mean, they conceded 4 against Liverpool and another 4 at home to Wolves, who are on a really, really good resurgent run. West Ham have a much more tricky fixture list. They play West Ham away, which is going to be a very tough game. West Ham beat Arsenal at the Emirates. They go to Burnley as well, and Burnley at home are dangerous. They host Newcastle, they go to Sheffield United, and they host Brentford. So I hope Arsenal slip up at least in 1 or 2 of these games. But I think the real threat to Manchester City is Liverpool. And also, it's not a coincidence that the only 4 games that Liverpool lost this season, Darwin Núñez hasn't started any of them. 2 of them were in the Europa League, and there was the infamous, dreaded, Tottenham-Liverpool game, which I think the referees made Liverpool lose. And it wasn't it was a game that should have been actually replayed. There was a case in Belgium where crucial VAR mistake was the reason why they are replaying a really top game in the Belgium First Division. So if that was happening in Belgium, why couldn't it happen in England? Probably because the Premier League wouldn't admit that the referees made so many crucial mistakes. And it would also be a can of worms. I think when there is an error, such a huge error by VAR, that it's not a subjective decision, like offside or no offside, that's as cut and dry, as clear-cut of decision as you can be. And if you don't give Luis Diaz's goal when he is 61 centimeters onside, that is grounds for a replay. But of course the Premier League didn't replay the game, and actually that game and some of the other refereeing mistakes could eventually cost Liverpool the title, because Liverpool should have at least 5, maybe even 7 points more at this stage of the season, even with the game that we lost against Arsenal, which was, I think, a deserved loss ultimately, because Liverpool didn't play well. We didn't deserve to lose against Tottenham, we didn't deserve a draw against Brighton. We should have beaten Arsenal when a clear handball by Odegaard was not given. So if you add those points up, that's 7 points. 7 points. If you add that up, then we would be 6 points ahead of Man City, even if Man City win their next games. That's massive. A 7-point difference is absolutely huge. And also, it's not a coincidence that Manchester City didn't get one apology from the PGMOL. There wasn't a big refereeing controversy which hurt Manchester City this season. Why? Almost every other team, and definitely every other big team, had massive refereeing controversies made against them. I think the harshest team to be done by the referees are probably Wolves The amount of bad refereeing decisions that Wolves have been on the end of is absolutely staggering and shocking. And this just the refereeing standard is not good enough in the Premier League. And until something changes, we will keep seeing these mistakes. But I'm also hearing the good news that the referees could actually announce the VAR decisions in the stadium live, just like you see it on the NFL broadcast, which I think would be a very welcome addition to the Premier League, because it would also be better for the fans in the stadium to actually know why the hell the VAR decided that way. And also it would be great for the viewers at home watching on TV the Premier League. It would be great for them to hear the referees explaining the VAR decisions. And hopefully that will actually improve the referees' decision making, because now they can't hide behind the PGMOL and Howard Webb. Because so far, every time the referees make huge mistakes, they are not held accountable, they are not punished, there are no consequences. Everything is just going the same as before, hunky-dory. And yes, some of the referees should have been sacked already because of those huge mistakes that they made. But that's just my opinion. Let me know what is yours in the comments below. And thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.